Welcome back to the fly room here at St. Pete Fishing Outfitters. I'm Captain Joe and you're watching Head First Fishing. Thanks for coming by today. Today we're going to be talking about fishing reels and what makes some reels better than others. You got reels that are 25, 30 bucks and you've got reels that are $800, $900, $1,000+. You know, what's the difference between all that? Well, let's go ahead and dive into what separates the pack. So the first thing I want to talk about is the quality parts. Quality parts are going to be the difference usually between more metal or more plastic. More plastic, maybe a little more graphite, those are going to be the less durable, probably poor performing reels, especially in the long run. If you've got more metal, you've got more aluminum, bronze, stainless steel, all that in your reel, that's going to be a much more rugged piece of equipment, and it's going to stand up to the elements a lot better than the other side. So definitely consider what your reels are made of when you're out there looking for a long-term fishing reel, especially in saltwater. Next is the strength of the design itself. There's a lot of different fishing reels out there, but there are some designs that have been around for a long time, and they've been that way for a reason. It's because they have been built in a way or designed in a way that is intended for durability and strength. Now, I've had a lot of different fishing reels in my life, but I had a spin fisher recently that was very, very well built. The design is a good design, and it lasted over a decade. And finally, after me just beating the crap out of it and putting it in terrible situations like locking the drag down and grabbing the spool and the rotor and trying to drag grouper out of different places, you know, after 10+ years of me doing that, it finally had a failure. That's pretty impressive in my opinion. I mean, I put that reel through hell. And I definitely will recommend that series of reels to anybody. You know, if you're looking for a reel and you're not sure about where the design came from or what its history, make sure you ask. You know, look at reviews, things like that. You know, if you can find somebody that worked at the factory, it depends on where that happened, but you know, any information you can get about the design of that fishing reel will help you decide whether you should buy it or not. The next factor is the assembly itself. Now, some fishing reels are going to have better quality control at the factory than others, and you need to ask around and see who else might have that same reel and ask about their experiences. You can talk to tackle stores and look at online reviews again and find out what the consistency of that is. You know, if the factory is just kicking out reels as fast as they possibly can, they're not assembling and reviewing that process properly, then all the great parts in the world won't make a difference. Finally, what I'm paying attention to when selecting a reel is the unique features on that reel that set it apart from the others. And some of the things I'm looking for these days are seals on the body of the reel, seals around the drag, and internal seals to keep out salt water, sand, dirt, anything like that. You know, if I got a rod in the rod holder on the gunnel and a wave comes and hits it or splashes it, you don't want that in your reel. You want to keep that out of there. That's bad to get in there. So I want to make sure I've got a strong system of parts that come together and unify in a way that blocks out any potential intrusions. The next thing I'm looking for is a strong, smooth drag system. And there's different you know, patents and designs for drag systems out there, but as long as it's built in a way that will last for the long term and is smooth when you actually are in a situation where a large fish is taking off a lot of line, then you're good to go. You don't want a drag system that's going to get worn out easily. You're going to have to replace it. You don't want a drag system that is, I guess you could say, herky-jerky. It just shudders like that whenever something puts a load on it. You want it to flow freely and smoothly and make that beautiful sound whenever you hook a big fish. But I think that just about covers everything for my basic guidelines about how to choose a fishing reel. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at headfirstfishing@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you, and we can help get you squared away with whatever fishing situation you might have. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later.